that reincarnation. Are you going to come back to who you once were? And he's really rejecting you because you're rejecting him. All right?
That's why the scripture says what it says about it's a good thing to be able to leave. I'm paraphrasing. It's a good thing to be able to leave something to your children's children. If you leave something to your children's children, you're actually leaving it to yourself.
Exactly, right. And you know what? The elites know about that, man. That's why they only really deal with each other, you know? They all be trying to have all that family, all about that family, the Oppenheimers, the Bills of Birds, the Rothschilds, they don't really try to really fuck with too many outsiders, all right? They be trying to all do all the family, you know, fucking their cousins and sisters and shit, be having all that family bloodline, all right? Because they want them riches passed down to themselves when they come back, all right? Don't think for a minute that them elites don't know about that reincarnation, about them coming back. Go ahead. Is that it to that, bro?
Yeah, that's it to that, bro.
All right, matter of fact, drop that Deuteronomy. Get Job 19 and 20.
So your children, your grandchildren, like
Somebody else get Matthew 19 and hold on, I got you.
Matthew 19 and what?
19 and start from 1.
Hand to the house.
All right.
Second to the house.
I want to read Job.
Yeah.
Job 19:20. My bone cleaveth to my skin, and to my flesh, and I am escaped with the skin of my teeth.
Go ahead.
Have pity upon me. Have pity upon me, O ye my friends, for the hand of the Most High hath touched me. Why do ye persecute me as the Most High? Are ye not satisfied with my flesh?
That's just like wicked ass 2/3 right now, man. They see you going through something, man, them so-called friends, they see you going through something, man, they the first ones to persecute you. Just like while I'm at work.
look at Joe.
It be people that be getting locked up, you know, and them niggas be in there laughing about the shit.
25.
Oh, that nigga locked up.
25.
You know, they think shit a joke, man. They think everything is a game, man. They against their own so-called friends.
You got to speak up. I'm looking at the camera. You got to speak up.
Yeah, man. Wicked ass 2/3 think things a joke, man. They laugh at their own. They laugh at their own friends' mishaps, man. That's what they do, man. That's how you know the friends of Job, man. They wasn't his real friends. Cause they was steady trying to convince Job that he did something to go off, you know. And then they was steady throwing shit in his face, you know. But in actuality, you know, Job didn't do anything. He was a just man. You know? Go ahead, brother.
Oh, that my words were now written. Salaki, 2025 up. Verse 25. For now that my Redeemer liveth, and he that shall stand at the latter day.
The Redeemer is talking about Yahweh Shah, man.
Upon the earth. And
Last day is the end times, you know that.
And though after my skin worms destroy this body.
After, when he says after my skin, he's talking about when he's dead. All right? Worms
In the
destroy his
flesh.
body. All right? Go ahead.
Yet in my flesh shall I see the Most High.
Go ahead. Read that over.
And though after my skin worms destroy this body.
Right, so Job was basically talking about why he still is Job. Why is he still in the fleshly body as Job? Go ahead.
Yet in my flesh shall I
What
see.
flesh is he talking about? The flesh he's talking about is now, right? Because he knew that when his kids is going to have other kids and he's going to be reincarnated in the latter days, which he's talking about now, all right? So Job knew about reincarnation, all right? Go ahead.
Yet in my flesh shall I see the Most High.
In his flesh, what flesh is he talking about? What brother he's back in today, all right? If he's in Indiana camp, Chicago camp, LA, in New York, you know, whichever camp that Job's in, he knew he's gonna see Yahweh Shah back in the flesh in this time. right? So Job knew he was gonna be back. So Job knew about reincarnation. All right, somebody get Revelations 1 and 20. Nah, I'm looking for time. It wasn't 19. Somebody get the Revelations for me. I'm looking for it. Hold on.
Oh, you said Revelation.
1 and 7.
I got it, brother.
Go ahead.
This is Revelations 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
Yeah, and notice it said every eye shall see him. Everyone. Go ahead.
And they also which pierced him.
Now the ones that pierced him, you know, it's talking about when he was Yahweh shot, when he was on the cross. Now how are them so-called Roman centurions don't see Yahweh shot when he comes back in the latter days? Because they're also reincarnated, all right? They're also back again as probably a centurion now. It's probably a police officer, still prosecuting Jake, you know? Or probably they're probably in the government or anything. I don't know what they are, but whoever they are, they're gonna see Yahweh Shah when they come back with them clouds, which is really talking about chariots, all right? Go ahead.
And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, to what? Con. So basically what it's saying is like the brother was getting into, it's talking about all the kindreds of the earth. These are the same people that was in the times before, man. You know? And basically that's probably why we got so many people right now on the earth. Like over 7 billion people.
No, that's the reason.
That's the reason. 7 billion people right now on the earth, man, because they the one they gonna see, man. They gonna see the Lord, man.
They facing their judgment.
They gotta be back here for their judgment. That's right.
Yeah, man, linebacker off that. You know, Asia is a big-ass continent. And that continent has been getting overpopulated for quite some time, man. That's why the Asians, the Chinese, man, the goops, they trying to get America to give them some of their land so they can have some of them motherfucking Asians come over here. But America is starting to be overpopulated. And not only is it overpopulated, but it's not enough food to feed everybody. And that's why they cross genetically modifying everything, you know? So
yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, I just saw that on YouTube where they were showing how they got to put it out there, but how they was making artificial lettuce, they was making artificial eggs and shit.
Reason being because they don't honor the land Sabbath. Nothing's growing, nothing is producing, you know? So that's why they gotta genetically modify everything. They gotta scientifically create all this bullshit because it's not growing naturally of itself.
They're not realizing that when you put something in the ground and it draws minerals out of the ground, after every seventh year, when you don't touch it, all them fruits and vegetables or whatever decay and go back in the ground. All them fruits and minerals and all the other stuff that came from that's why they tell you can't mix up what you're growing. If you're growing sweet potatoes in a plot, you gotta always keep growing sweet potatoes in that plot. Why? Because every 7th year when you let that shit decay and go back in that land, all them minerals go back in that land, and that's what makes them fruits and vegetables have all them minerals because they don't have to convert it. It's already sitting there. So all they gotta do is draw it back out and go into what it is it's supposed to be in. That's why you can't as they say, cross-pollinate or cross-reference fucking land. You can't put grapes where you had pears.
It goes to the scriptures.
Shit like that. Exactly.
That's in the law.
Exactly.
Not to mingle seeds. But anyway, it goes to show that the Most High not dealing with this devil, because even when they plant something, the Lord send the locusts to eat it up anyway. That's why they spray everything with goddamn pesticides and shit, man.
And the locust is an automatic crop cleaner. If you got a fucking crop that's fucked up, that locust is instinctively drawn to it, so he can go on and munch it down and whatnot and shit it out and put the minerals right back in the ground, so the next crop that comes up is on point.
Yeah, so I was...
It's Matthew 16 and 13. It's back on the topic that the brother was saying, right? When Yahweh Shah came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, "Whom do men say that I am?"
Right. because in that land, they knew all about reincarnation, all right? So when the Yahweh Shah was saying to his disciples, hey, who do these people of this land think that I am? Because the people of the land thought, you know, he was early on prophets. So they understood that reincarnation was, they understood reincarnation, basically. Go ahead, bro.
Because we all understood it as a custom, man, as a knowledge of our people. Abraham understood reincarnation. You know, Esdras understood reincarnation. He said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days, man? So if he didn't know about reincarnation, why would he talk about who shall deliver him in the end days? You know?
If the disciples didn't know, why would they ask Yahweh Shah, who did sin? Did his mother sin, or did he sin for him to be born blind like that?
So it was common knowledge of reincarnation, man. It says, I'm gonna read 13 again. When Yahushua came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? And they said, some say that thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, which is Elijah, and others Jeremiah, which is Jeremiah.
No. All these men that they're saying, these men already lived before already. All right, so when they was coming and saying, this is who we think you are, they were basically saying you came back in the flesh as them people again. All right, go ahead.
It says, or one of the prophets.
Right. They just said, I don't know who exactly you are, but I know you got to be one of them prophets.
Yep.
Because you're saying the same thing that they're saying back in the ancient world. So around that time, it wasn't a hard thing to understand reincarnation. Yep. Reincarnation was like a known thing. Like women bears children. All right, that's like a known thing. You sound crazy if you go out here saying, well, not necessarily. Women don't really bear the children. It's really
they produce their own, the Bartholing.
Right. They produce their own.
Yeah, that polite bullshit.
So, you know, that was like a known thing back in the ancient world. That wasn't really hard pill to swallow as it is now. Some people say, nah, reincarnate, you only live once, YOLO, you know, shit like that. Go ahead, bro.
It says, he saith unto them, but whom say ye that I am? And Simon Peter answered and said, thou art Hamashiach, the son of the living power.
Right. So Peter knew exactly who he was, man. You see somebody tell Peter? No. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven.
Right, the Spirit revealed it to Peter who Yahushua was, man. Because Yahushua didn't tell nobody who he was yet. But Peter knew. All right?
Yep. Brother can grab Wisdom of Solomon in the 2nd chapter, because according to that the brother said, was Jake go out here and yell YOLO. You only live once. Oh, you only live one time, so you should just live it up. We're all gonna die, so why not just live it up? Claim that. But that's a heathenistic custom, man. Yeah. That's the mindset of these Edomites, man. Brother got that?
You come back, like I said, on that philosophy, if you only live once, you go out here and do all this wickedness, then you ain't got to pay for it. You ain't got to deal with whatever trials and tribulations or fucking judgment is put on your ass. But now if you live by that, you come back and now all that judgment been put on your ass, and now you got to live through it and deal with it next time around.
Go ahead with that Wisdom of Solomon.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright.
See, the ungodly saith reasoning within themselves. So the ungodly say to themselves and imagine this within themselves, saying what? But it also says not aright, which means whatever they pondering and thinking is not right. Go ahead.
Our life is short and tedious, and in death of a man there is no remedy.
Right, so our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there's no remedy. Go ahead.
What's up?
Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
See? Neither was there any man to have known to return from the grave.
Marvin, pull this out. Because you say, like I said, well, read that again. Read the beginning of what he just had you read. Read it again.
For the ungodly said with reasoning with themselves.
Reasoning with themselves. Stop right there. Read that.
This book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 5. And Yahweh saw the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
So all you got is evil thoughts, and now you reasoning with yourself. Go ahead,
I got one to back up what the brother said, man. You don't understand that the life you live now, that you're gonna have to pay for it when you come back. This is 2nd Ezra 7:56. It says, for while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death. So how can you suffer for something after you die, man? Coming back into the flesh, man, reincarnation. Go ahead, brother.
Jump to verse 2.
Yeah, keep going.
But not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
Right. Which we know plenty men returned from the grave, man. Lazarus returned from the grave. Elijah raised up a little boy. Yahushua raised up a little girl. Yahushua himself, man. Even when Yahushua died on the cross, those men that were in them tombs came back to life, man. Go ahead, brother.
For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been.
Right. So Esau saying the ungodly, saying, man, okay, once we die, we'll never come back, man. That's why they do all this bullshit, man. That's why they do all this, because they don't think that they're going to suffer for it after they die. All them goddamn Edomites during slavery, during the times of slavery, they died old men, man. They didn't pay for the shit that they did unto us, chopping our rods off, feeding our babies to alligators. You know? They didn't pay for none of that, man. But they gonna pay for it coming up. Go ahead, brother.
Neither was there any... Salakia. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our bodies shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air.
Right. So your body go back to ashes and spirit vanish, basically saying that they won't come back. You know? Which we know that to be false, because once a man dies, it says in Ecclesiastes 12th chapter, once you die, your body goes back to the ashes and your spirit goes back to the Father that gave it. Then you receive your judgment in the heavens, then you come back down in the earth to replay out that judgment, man. Go ahead, brother.
And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. And our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud.
Right, whereas no trace, you can't trace a cloud, man. Once the cloud disappeared, you never knew that the cloud was there. This is what he's saying. And actually, Esau is right on that, because you will not be remembered in the kingdom of heaven, man. All trace of you will be annihilated, man, including you, motherfucker. Go ahead, brother.
That's right.
And shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof.
So all this is saying that, hey, we live and then we die and then we don't come back. This is what they saying within themselves, man. Go ahead.
For our time is a very shadow that passeth away.
So out of all this he reasoning with himself, the first thing it said that they was reasoning not right. So everything they thinking in their mind is not right, man. Meaning it's false. Go ahead.
And after our end is there, and after our end there is no returning.
Right, after our end, after we die, there's no returning. But they're reasoning with themselves not aright, man. Go ahead.
For it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again.
And this is what they believe, this is what the Edomites think, man. These everyday Edomites, because the elites know, that's why they leave their inheritance unto their sons, man.
That's great.
The elites don't get their shit to their daughters, because they know it's through the son that brings it back. Go ahead.
Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present.
Go ahead.
And let us speedily use the creatures like as in you.
So that's why Esau live it up, man. He bungee jumps, he skydives, he goes hunting. Go ahead.
Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments.
That's why they buy the most lavish things. They treat themselves, man. Go ahead.
And let no flower of the spring pass by us.
You got something to say, brother?
Yeah, I got something. And like this brother was just saying, they treat themselves. And then you got these 2/3 ass jakes that want to be like them. They buy into them fucking sayings and shit. You don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. And all this other old dumb ass, wicked ass shit. You know what? Treat yourself. Okay? So you treat yourself to a good weekend and whatnot, now you can't pay your motherfucker.